For what it's worth, let's look at a quick example of how to navigate via TACAN for non-real-world pilots in DCS, namely in planes like the F5 and others where preset waypoints and GPS navigation are not an option. It provides a little more realism and immersion when all you have to navigate is a sectional chart and a TACAN HSI with transmit receive.
All right, as an example, let's say I'm flying around Nevada somewhere, and I don't know exactly where I am, but I have general situational awareness, and I know that I'm somewhere in the mountains west of McCarran Airport, somewhere out in the desert. So let's take a look at F10, and I roughly know I'm in this whole general area somewhere, but I don't know exactly where. What I can do is use the TACAN down here to identify exactly where I am at in 2D space. So first thing let's do is tune in channel 79X to our TACAN receiver. So if I go down, I tune 79 and make sure I'm on transmit receive. And right now I've got a flag on the HSI, so I'm not receiving a signal yet. So what I'm going to do is wait for the Morse code to tell me that I am receiving a signal from that TACAN. Let's go into the clouds a little bit, get really lost. Okay, so there's my Morse code. So I am receiving a signal. The flag is gone from the HSI, so I am getting a signal from the TACAN, or the Daggett TACAN. So now to find out exactly where I'm at, let me try and fly straight and level here if I can. I want to rotate the HSI omni-bearing selector, and I'm looking for a from flag, and the from flag is the little pair of flags to the right of the main needle. So right now it's pointing to, it's giving me a to flag. I want to keep going until I get a from flag. So let's keep rotating. There's a from flag. Now I want to keep rotating the OBS until I get that center section of the needle in line with the main arrow. So there we go. It's pretty much in line right there. I've got a from flag. That tells me I'm on the 310 radial from Daggett. So let's pause there and go look at the map. So here's Daggett. I'm on the 310 radial from Daggett, which means I am, let's see, there's 309, 310. So I'm somewhere on this radial from Daggett. Now if I go back and look at my DME on the HSI, I can see I'm 54 miles from that TACAN. So let's go back to the map. Let's go 310. There's 19 miles. All right, let's look at 310 and 54 miles. Oops, still going more. 54 miles on 310. That puts me about right there, MV74. So right where the arrowhead of my mouse is, that's where I'm at exactly in space. So roughly right here from the Daggett BOR. So now I know exactly where I'm at on a 2D map. Now, if I go back to the cockpit, on pause, and let's say I want to fly to Daggett. So now I want to return my OBS, and now I'm looking for a to flag. Try and fly straight and level while I do all this. So I've still got a from flag. I'm going to keep rotating. There's a to flag. Now again, I want to center my CDI, the course deviation indicator. And once that's centered, that's going to tell me what heading it is to go to Daggett. And that's looking like it's a 120. So now I can turn right, diving. Now if I fly 120, there we go. This will take me to Daggett. And we should see the DME, the miles, the distance to that TACAN start counting down, 47, 46. So now I know I'm heading to Daggett, and the goal here is to fly a heading and intercept to keep that center course deviation indicator centered on the big sections of the arrow. So right now I'm on a perfect course to head to Daggett. 44 miles out, okay? And I'll fly to this TACAN. I'll try and fly the 42 miles left to go. I'll fly directly over it, see if I can pass directly over the top of it. So I'm in the clouds, I'm descending. Pull back a little bit on that, still descending. Still flying that radial, keeping it dead center. There is mountains here, so I better start flying straight and level. Still keeping that CDI as centered as possible. And looks like so far I should be heading directly to it, 26 miles out. And as I get closer to the TACAN, it's going to require more precise control of my heading to intercept that radial. So I can see it's a little bit to the left of me, a little bit to the east, northeast of me. There we go, back on track, so fly that radial. And I should intercept it, should fly right over the top of it. 5 miles out. 2 miles out. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Alright, so right over the top of it, that is the TACAN, or TACAN. Now I know exactly, let's pause here. Now I know I'm exactly right over here. I'm right over this TACAN, so that's exactly where I'm at now. Now if I want to go to McCarran, say, or let's say Boulder City, I could just tune in this Boulder City TACAN and fly to that, but let's say I want to fly the Daggett TACAN from there. So that looks like that is a 041 magnetic from Daggett. So if I go back to the cockpit, unpause, now I want to fly a 041. I can already start cheating and turning in that direction because I know that's the direction I want to fly. Rotate my HSI to a 041. Now the fact that I have a from flag means I am on that side of a 90-degree bisect of that radial. So I'm already on that side of the compass, but I can still just align with this heading to get on that radial. So right now if I were to straighten out right here, flying a 041 heading, but I'm not on the radial, you can see because of the course deviation indicator, it is to the northwest of me. So what I want to do is cheat a little bit to the northwest to create an intercept. So let's see, let's fly that intercept of roughly 10-15 degrees. So I'm going to fly this heading because I'm trying to get on that exact rail. I'm going to fly this heading until that course deviation indicator comes in and is centered with the main needle. Actually, I'll take a little bit more aggressive intercept here. Okay, the needle's coming in, so I want to start correcting back on my real heading. Needle is slowly coming in. Okay, the needle's nearly centered, which means I'm on that radial right now. So I want to turn to that heading and stay on that radial. So there we go. I'm on the 041 radial away from Daggett, ideally heading toward Boulder City. I have a from flag, which tells me that I'm in fact on that radial. I'm not on the opposite side of the compass, 90 degrees or 180 degrees from that. I'm actually on that side of the compass. So this tells me it's 20 miles out. Let's see if this radial takes me exactly to Boulder City. Alright, still flying that radial. This should take me right over Boulder City. Okay, actually that mileage counter is counting up. My mistake, because I'm actually heading from Daggett. I'm not heading to Boulder City according to the HSI. I'm heading from Daggett, so that's why it's counting up. So that makes sense. Shouldn't be counting down. And just to double check this, let's pause. Let's go see how far. Boulder City is about 104 nautical miles from Daggett. So at the 104 mile mark, I should be hitting Boulder City if I stay on this radial. Let's actually go get lost in the clouds a little bit. Alright, I'm coming up on about 104 nearly DME from Daggett VOR, or TACAN, trying to hit Boulder City. Because I'm so far away from Daggett TACAN, this radial is not that precise, but I am technically on the radial. So let's see if I dive under the clouds how close I am to Boulder City. The proper way to do this would have been to tune into Boulder City TACAN and fly that. But let's see, at 104 DME there I lost the signal, in fact, but I'm close. And there is Boulder City. So it got me relatively close. Again, the proper way to do this would have been to fly to the Boulder City TACAN, but I'm 104 miles away from Daggett, and it got me here. Not super precise, but still precise enough. So that is a way to find out where you are in 2D space, as long as you've got multiple TACANs to use, and find radials and DME to know your distance from them.